well into the series. Um, Probably the very tail end. But we have Chicken Crossroad and Grind Returns versus Return of the Lagger and Clock King Switcher. And the current score is 54.5 to 16.5. Before the series started, the King Switchers were talking a lot of trash, as usual, saying they were going to put Chicken Crossroad on the pavement. It didn't quite work out that way so far, but if we're lucky, they're just starting and they were just getting warmed up. And another 300 games later, maybe the tide will turn. We'll see. So this particular game, Grind is downtime. It looks like he's in some trouble. Because Queen at h8 looks a little bit scary. Bishop here looks scary. It is Grind's move and he's not in check, so he could try to check his opponent, like one of these places. This rook, I think you might be able to go over and eat this rook. Basically, Grind would love pieces to attack. He does have a pawn to drop. I don't think it does very much for him. Yeah, this looks like game over because he has no piece to block and I have to move the bishop. So he is resigned. So the score is now 17.5 to 54.5, favoring Grind Returns and Chicken Crossroad. Let me quickly drop my stream into the Discord, and maybe I will jump in to the house Discord, house party channel, see if we can get some co-commentators. Okay, so Grind is attacking. He's a little vulnerable on the back rank to pawns. This would threaten a rook mate, but Chicken has already made it on the other board. Chicken is a machine. Chicken is leaving this bishop here while he attacks, maybe pawn in, looks quite strong. Then a knight for him would be good. Can take that, now pawn mates. His partner should have played knight takes pawn, he can still play knight takes pawn. That's mate. Grind said oops in the chat because he didn't take the pawn the last move. I am very fast. The king switchers are known for being quite good at playing it very fast and then coordinating to sit when a certain piece mates them. Here it looks like king switcher's in a lot of trouble. So now a knight would be good for Chicken. He might just play queen takes while he waits. Let's see. Chicken is actually uptime here. Knight mates. There's a knight back here that he's going for. Now he's going for this knight here. I don't know if he can get it though. Partner's attacking too though. So, a pawn. A bishop mates for his partner. Bishop mates. Pawn doesn't quite mate. A knight would mate as well. There's a rook mate. A rook. Oh, a rook mated as well. Okay. So any piece mates is probably going to be this rook here. They're uptime, and he has rook at h5. They've resigned. Hey, Chess Doofus. I'm in the house party channel if you or anyone else wants to jump in. Chess Doofus was kind enough to point out where the follows list is with the new Twitch layout, new as of like a month ago. So you can no longer view your own followers list unless you go into the creator dashboard, and it's under what preferences, channel, and at the very bottom there's view follow list. So I checked that out, saw some of my follows. Thanks for alerting me to that, Just Doofus. So we're watching this series very late into the series. I just started a couple of minutes ago, and they were already well into it. Right now the score is 57.5 to 17.5, favoring Chicken Cross Road and Grind Returns. I don't know how long they will be playing, so this might be a very short stream. We'll see. I would at least cover some of it. Sorry I couldn't cover the beginning of it. I was in the middle of a workout, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to abandon it or postpone it to stream. If I had realized that there's going to be a great match like this, then I would have originally postponed my workout until later on, or better yet, done it earlier. Just didn't want to stop in the middle. So over here, it looks like the threat from Grind is Queen takes Bishop. Is Grind's King safe? There is a Knight threat. There is a Queen takes Pawn threat. I really think he's gonna. Ooh, I thought he should be attacking rather than defending. Yeah, he just is hanging pieces here. Return of the Liger is in a very bad position. I really think he should be attacking rather than defending, because this is near impossible to defend. Don't like that attack either. I think the king is now safe. I think he had to sack his queen. So here, queen takes rook, king takes promote. Probably what we're going to see. Oh, knight. That's an even better move. We have knight takes queen. Oh, very nice. That's a nice mate. Brian found a very clever mate over there. And that was like a form of smother mate. So he sacked a pawn there to get rid of one of the king's escape squares. And then he had a double checkmate at the end. So chicken doesn't even want this piece. He wants the attack. That's more important to him. King Switcher is not going to take this knight because it's actually his best piece. It's a good defensive piece. Now chicken is on the defensive. At some point, if chicken can get two knights... Oh, he has two knights. Okay. Now chicken's on the attack. He probably mates here. Grind seems safe enough. This knight is covering some squares well. Queen's now going to cover. He might have to sack his queen, but worth it to be safe when his partner's maiden. So I guess this is the only square, and he can just push his pawn. They're up time, so Grind can just sit. And chicken has said, mate, stall. Another win for the chicken team. The current score is 59.5 to 17.5, favoring the chicken team. As far as points, when I first checked in here, I saw Grind was over 2,600, and I think he's under 2,600 now. Maybe they've lost some points recently. So Grind wants either a knight or a rook, I would imagine. Grind is saying knight wins queen. Oh, he's just going for the queen. I thought he would go for the attack. That's okay. His king is fairly safe. I think Grind needs to be a little more prepared for those pre-move recaptures. Because Return of the Liger just routinely, like many players, will pre-move a recapture. And so if Grind captures a piece, he should have another move ready. Since the first is going to be instant. Grind is getting beat up over here. But King Switcher's king needs to be on d5. Not the best place for it. I guess he's hoping his partner will win. This is almost a win. It was a nice double check. He wants to promote this. Oh, I guess this is a win. Promote king over. So it's made in 2. I guess... What's he doing? This seems better since he has no blocker. Or is he going to go queen here? Either way, it's better to exploit the no blocker, I think. Okay. This wins too. But now King Switcher needs to make some moves because he's actually down time. He's going to throw in some checks. But he's got to be careful not to do a check that lets him attack with an interpose. King Switcher found some good checks and they were up time. This is a nice move to defend and attack the piece. I think Chicken would like to put something on h3 to continue the attack. Here you could put something here if you wanted just to... Oh, he's gonna drop the knight again. Careful to avoid the draw with the bishop in here. Grind has not developed a lot of these pieces. And I think Grind is going to lose pieces in the attack. He's down time. Whereas Return of the Liger, he has a defensive pawn structure. His pieces are more developed. So I definitely like Return of the Liger's position better, assuming that a rook doesn't come. A rook in either of these places could be problematic. Grind is not going to get the rook though, because number 1, he's down time. Number 2, these are all pretty safe. So I think Grind is about to lose his attack and lose some pieces. Grind is probably going to lose this bishop, lose this pawn. He might try to develop this queen somewhere. But Return of the Liger is going to get safer and get even better developed. Grind continues to have this developing problem. And we see that Return of the Liger has liquidated the pieces around his king that were problematic. On the other hand, King Switcher is having some problems. Chicken is attacking him pretty hard. At some point, he can just take this and then walk over here. But Chicken's going to try to win some pieces in the process, even if it doesn't lead to mate. Return of the Liger is continuing with his attack, and he's winning pieces in the process. I like the way Return of the Liger is playing. King Switcher trying to get some initiative. This might be dangerous. I was going to say the bishop was good, but now he can't exactly take this. A queen would be quite good. Oh, that's a good defensive move to take this pawn off. And he can't even take this or pawn check. He still wins the queen. So Chicken is wise to stay safe rather than going for a quick attack. Grind has started to get an attack over here. Unfortunately, there's 2 queens on the board that are supporting themselves rather well. And I think Return of the Liger is going to be safe here. He loses a queen, but no big deal. Oh, big deal. I'm sorry. It mated the King Switcher. So my bad. So that was a good piece for Grind to take. I was going to say it didn't help Grind's attack, but it did help Chicken's. The diagonals would be quite good for Return of the Liger. He's not going to wait for them. He's going to continue making moves. I like knight at e6 as a possibility, threatening 2 knights in here. But he did not opt to do that. The idea is if queen takes, he has this. He's probably going to trade the queens. Okay, so this is a threat now. This is this. Turns to Liger. Again, it's doing quite well. Chicken is threatening a queen trade, but he's only going to do it when it's good for his partner, which might be never. Partner's doing very bad. Instead, he could drop the pawn check here and start an attack of his own. A knight would be quite good for him. Or g5. So Return to the Liger has a very safe king. He's on the attack, but he might need to retreat this queen because the queen could hurt his partner. So a knight is quite... Oh, wow. He gave the queen. That was a little surprising. I think this is an easy win for Return to the Liger now. Queen in. Queen here's mate. I'm not sure why Clock King Switcher gave a queen before. Maybe there was a tactic I missed, or maybe it was a bad pre-move or something like that. The Liger has shed a little bit of pieces while defending. And Grind has quite a good attack here. Obviously knight in or something like that. And he could always lop this off if he ever doesn't have anything better to do. He could trade these two pieces for some knights. Get the knight away from defending his king. At some point he wants to put a knight on h7 to win the queen. There it is. Now we can put some pawns in here, or bishops. Or we could drop a pawn to tickle the rook. He's trying to get the knight away from the king. Maybe win one of these back. At some point he can bring the queen in. Maybe not yet. Another idea is a rook lift. And this pawn could be quite useful somewhere. Maybe here or here. Looking at the chicken board, which I guess might be the more interesting board. Chicken just needs a pawn to mate. Pawn check, king takes, knight out. But chicken is down time. He's honestly not down that much. Now it's only 1 second or even less. Let's see. So this pawn here is a possibility. Queen takes pawn. One of these pieces could be useful. So King Switcher has gotten himself a little bit safer. This is a weird position where two knights would be a funny mate. Knight here. If pawn takes, he has to double check. If this pawn takes, he has knight in. But he wasn't going to get two knights anyway. Okay, so he's at least winning the queen. Oh, he's going for this with initiative. And knight check, that's clever. Knight check, can't go king down here or here. Interesting, okay. May need to jettison that. Oh, and there's mate on the Return of the Liger board. Yeah, sometimes I get wrapped up in one game and forget about the other ones. Grind Returns says in the chat he tricked the queen h1. Chicken says no queen. Grind seems like he's safe. This is a nice move to attack this weak pawn. And now he's going to attack these weak diagonals. Return the Liger is definitely on the attack. His king is a little bit vulnerable, but honestly I think it'll be fine. A rook could be good here. Maybe a bishop here to attack and defend. But with what he has, not much that can be done. This is a clever move. I like it. It defends the light squares and it blocks the queen off from this. So we can have knight takes. Given what he had, that wasn't really a bad option. I like it. So chicken is getting attacked. King switcher seems fairly safe. But chicken is just dropping pieces near his king, chasing this queen around in the process. And he's getting his king a lot safer. He's trapped the queen. Now the queen comes. Oh, that's mate actually. Unfortunately, grind is downtime. So grind cannot wait for the mate. So grind needs to watch out for Turn of the Liger could play a move like rook here, which would check and defend this weak square. He also needs to watch out for... Oh, that's a good move. I like it. Oh, so that still threatens the mate. Now grind is actually up time. That was very clever. So grind is going to wait for the queen. King switcher is probably going to throw in a check with a knight here or a bishop here. Try to gain some time. Oh wow, grind didn't wait for it. That was a little bit surprising. And chicken got the win on his board. Yeah, I guess they didn't want to wait because the time was so close. And sometimes when the time is close, if you feel like you have a better position or you can generate an attack in different ways, then you just go ahead and move. So king switcher is attacking chicken pretty hard. King switcher's king seems rather safe. Chicken seems to be getting safer. King switcher's trying to keep up the pressure. He turns the Liger, has a very safe king. And Return Liger is trying to attack grind, might sack in order to do so. We'll see. I think everyone seems relatively safe, so this game might be more about winning pieces. Oh, this pawn is vulnerable. Now chicken is getting a bit of an attack. What can he do now? Maybe lop this off, or where's a good place for this knight? Okay, so he's going to continue the attack rather than potentially trading pieces or defending. Consolidating a little bit, but he's shedding some pieces, some pawns at least in the process. They've traded queens, which I think benefits Return of the Liger, who seems to have a safer king. There are a lot of pieces around the grind king, but I feel like when some of these liquidate, it could become a little less safe. Now chicken's king is getting somewhat unsafe. A rook mates for chicken. They are up time. And chicken says watch out for check. The grind is watching out for check here. And Return of the Liger is going to try to check a few times to get up on the clock. They are barely up on the clock right now. So chicken might need to defend from queen at e3 or queen at d1 or promote into a knight perhaps. These are all things he has to watch out for. Chicken doesn't really have a way to attack without a rook. If he got a knight, he could throw in a spite check to gain like 0.1 seconds. But I think more likely he has to find a way to keep his king safe. It's going to be hard to do. You might see like rook back to at least defend this square. Then maybe this pawn promotes to either a knight or a queen. Okay, Vampy. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. It's not about making money, it's about taking money. Destroying the status quo because the status is not quo. Did you copy and paste something by mistake? Oh, I see. Yeah. The status is, oh yeah, your Captain Hammer reference, I see. The status is not quo. Okay, I like it. Honestly, it's been several years since I've watched Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog. And I think my favorite of those quotes are not the Captain Hammer quotes. My favorite is I think my favorite is when well, I don't know. There's so many good things about Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog, which I hope you've all seen at some point. But I do like the relationship between Penny and Dr. Horrible, where they talk about layers, and she's like sometimes people are so layered, and I forget the whole quote. It's like sometimes people are better under the first layer than the one you first see. And then he's like, and sometimes there's an even deeper level that's the same as that first surface layer. Hey, Incredible Blunder. I'm kicked out of the Evil League of Evil. That's okay. If I'm wearing the Captain Hammer shirt, then I wasn't in the Evil League of Evil anyway. Hey, Profeta147, thanks for watching. Mappy, do you want to get in a voice call and give us all Dr. Horrible quotes? I'm down for that. How are you doing tonight, Incredible Wonder? I am in the house party channel on the Discord waiting for co-commentators, but I'm willing to go to Skype or Discord with anyone else if anyone wants to commentate or just chat it up. The score right now is 63.5 to 20.5, favoring Chicken and Grind. Vampy drugs are bad, okay? Okay, so this game, Return the Liger is a little bit vulnerable here to a queen or maybe a pawn plus a knight and a rook. But it is Return the Liger's move, and he's been able to get a little bit safer. Chicken is on the attack here. I feel Clock King Switcher definitely has the weakest king. Now either rook or knight will mate. Chicken is up a little bit. Okay, that forces the rook, but now he's down a little bit. Doing this to keep the pressure up. This is a very hard thing to defend. So I think this is pretty much game over. The only possibility is knight check, new knight in to try to maybe distract the knight. I don't know. I guess the knight could just take because the knight isn't integral to this whole mate mess over here. But if the knight didn't take, then one of these pawns took, then we could have a fancy knight rook mate. Hey Zoe, thanks for watching. Zoe streams Fortnite. Check out Zoe if you want. I think Zoe was dissing chess on her stream earlier tonight. She ran across a chess player. Said chess is boring. This is almost generating something. Rook check. If king up, another rook would mate. If rook takes, then new knight in, rook mates. So with a lot of material, he could win. But he's down time, so king switcher's pretty much dead. I'm not even sure why they're waiting here. Well, okay, I understand why grind is waiting. I don't know why king switcher isn't just doing over. Hey, fairy girl. Thanks for jumping in. You want to provide some commentary?
Sure.
So you probably saw the start of this match. I did not. How did it go at the beginning?
It was lopsided for chicken and grind to start. It was like 22-3.
Okay.
I
So,
think actually it was like almost like 21.5 to like 1.5 or something to start.
oh my god. So they've made a little bit of a comeback then, even though they're continuing to get dominated.
Definitely. I mean, at one point, grind's rating was over 2,600, so they've sort of reached a steady state now.
Yeah, I think they were over 2,600 when I first started streaming this. Or grind was over 2,600. So I guess he's lost about 40 points since then.
Yeah, and I think he started around 2,550, so overall, it's been a fairly rating balance.
Okay.
I think for the most part, it's a hard matchup for King Switcher because he plays a very similar style to Chicken. So, and I've always found from experience that if you're playing someone basically with the same style as yourself, it can be very difficult.
So he could sack this and then knight. Okay. Not gonna do that. Interesting. Is a rook coming for grind? I guess it is. Oh, why did he take that instead of waiting for the rook? I think grind missed a mate there, but I guess it required some coordination. Oh, chicken made it anyways. Didn't matter. Oh, they're saying thanks GG's. Uh-oh. He jumped in right at the very end. That's okay.
Oh, I got my 2 cents in.
Yeah. So we got some expert commentary from Miss Fairy Queen, who also streams. We shout her out. She said she doesn't like streaming so much, but hopefully she'll stream more because she's a very good player and explains what she's doing very well in 4-player chess and bughouse. You can learn a lot by watching her. Okay. Do you want to play a few matches? Or are you pretty tired yourself?
I'm gonna jump out.
What's that?
I'm tired. I'm gonna jump out.
Okay, you're tired. Okay. Well, thanks so much for jumping in. Have a great night. Bye. Okay. So that was a pretty short stream. I guess I'll do a little bit of Puzzle Rush before we call it a night. So unless there's someone like would be a really good person to raid. Let me see who's streaming. Don't see any really good people to raid right now. So let's do a little bit of Puzzle Rush before we call it night. Let's switch to Puzzle Rush. thanks everyone for watching. If you're just interested in the bughouse, that's fine. I'm gonna do some puzzles real quick. So in Puzzle Rush, you're looking for a way to win a piece or checkmate. And you have a certain amount of time, in this case 3 minutes, to get as many puzzles correct as possible. This work? I don't think that works. Check, queen takes. What do I do then? Rook takes rook? I don't see anything else. Can I win the queen somehow? Oh, I guess because the rook guarded the other rook. Okay. I'm an idiot. Already doing not good here. Okay, it's a free rook. This is going to be checkmate. Checkmate. Is this a free rook? I think so. Okay, that's check. Which way do I take? I think I take this way, win the bishop. King over. Okay, win a piece. Checkmate. Free queen. Win this rook. Free bishop. Or free knight, I guess. Picked up the exchange. Free piece. Let's see. Free rook. Is there anything better? Okay. I can take this if that's ever helpful. It is to win the rook. What is going on here? What if I take this and then this? Let's see. Win this piece. Hmm. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, I had mate. Oh, okay. So this is rook takes knight. Knight takes f7's checkmate, I think. Let's go look. Okay. Oh, it was the other way around? I do rook takes, knight takes first. Why didn't my way work? Rook takes knight. Rook takes knight. What? Rook takes knight, queen takes knight there, checkmate, well it's pinned. This honestly looks like the same thing. I don't see what the difference is. Thanks for the follow from Fisher Creeper, really appreciate it. Let's see. 1, 2, that's made in 2. 1, 2, that's also made in 2. I think they both work. Oh, I can't play rook takes because it's pinned. That's the difference. Okay, so I tried to make an illegal move. Let's try not to do that. All right, I'm gonna go for 25, and then we'll call it a night. Okay. Try to get the first view as fast as possible. Hard for me because I'm so slow. Okay. Can I just take this? Is there better? I don't think there's better. This is probably mate. What am I doing here? On there, rook takes. Doesn't work. Let me just take this. Okay. Does this work? Get the queen out of there and then take the bishop? I think. This is almost mate. Hmm. Okay. Wait to move. Way too slow this time. Turn 18. Oh, shoot. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, did they start playing again? Let me see. Oh, no, it's just chicken. Let me unfollow chicken. I'll just close that window. Okay. So I get 21 again. Sure, you get 25. Hmm. Can I get away with that? I think I can. Hmm. This is almost made. Gosh, this is so close to mate. Hmm. We have this hanging, this hanging. I think I just take this. Okay. This queen looks almost trapped. Let's trap it. Hmm. Can I go up? Okay. Oh, he's trying to mate me. What am I doing here? That wouldn't hurt. Oh, we got good chances at 25 though. Oh, I have to be careful about this thing. Oh god. Oh, we got 25. Nice. Let's see. Okay. Gonna call it a night there. No sleep until 25. Yep. We got 25. Let's find someone to raid. Who's streaming? Let's see. We could raid Joe Bruin, V8 Mama, Singing Soldier, or we could see if someone else is streaming chess. Corbla, yeah. Give me the secret for sure. I'm up for it. I know one thing I could do to improve probably is just to go by instinct to go faster and just look for checks and stuff. But honestly, I'd rather have it. I'd rather do it with no mistakes if I can than be the fastest possible. And trying to learn the tactics. So I'm not necessarily always going for the best record. Let me see. It looks like there's actually. Let's see. Looks like there is some 4-player chess going on. Maybe we should raid the 4-player chess. Yeah, let's check out the 4-player chess. We like 4-player chess. Joe is streaming chess. Let me check out to see what kind of chess he's streaming. He's streaming Bughouse. We rate him for sure. Oh, he's doing analysis. And no, he's playing games. He's playing versus GM John Davis right now. Let's raid the 4-player guy. Yeah, Incredible Blunder. I don't so much like playing chess. If I started playing something more chessy, it would probably be Chess 960 or Fisher Random. Just because I don't like memorizing out the opening like a lot of people do. I might try that in some future streams. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Sorry the stream was so short. I didn't watch like the first hour and a half of that Bughouse series, but at least we caught the end of it. I really appreciate everyone dropping by, and we're gonna send you to some 4-player chess. Have a great night, everyone.